Okay guys, so a little problem. I forgot my microphone for my camera, so it's gonna be super echoey and the sound quality is gonna blow, which is unfortunate because I plan to make this as an actual decent video, so apologize about the light noise that the lights make, and I apologize about the horrible quality, and hopefully this camera won't let me down for the most part. What is going on, guys? Today we got a brand new video with the winter beater Mazda 3. I got quite a special video. I'm actually quite excited about this since I placed the order. So today we are going to be doing a $60 Canadian, okay, that's like 10 bucks US, touchscreen, supposedly Apple CarPlay, double din radio on the winter Mazda 3. Here we have it, this thin boy. I got this from Wish, okay? Everything that you guys see in today's video, we'll have a link in the description to buy it if you guys would like. But yeah, so I picked up this double din radio off of Wish for 60 bucks with about maybe 15 bucks shipping. This radio also came with rear view camera. We're not gonna be doing the rear view camera today because it's gonna take quite a bit. So I'll be doing that install in another video. So it even came with a rear view camera. And then on the side, I also bought a wiring harness for the Mazda 3 and a double din dash kit for the Mazda 3 off of Crutchfield.com. They're king for like audio installation stuff, Crutchfield.com. I always get my stuff from there. The radio also came with their wiring harness, and it looks like it came with a remote control and possibly some instructions. So as you guys can see here, this is the Wish ad. It is 2020 New Pro 12 LED light camera, 2-din touchscreen, Bluetooth car radio support, mirror link, and rear view camera. Their mirror link is their Apple CarPlay, but it's similar. Everything is the same on the photo, which means we didn't get Wish scammed. So without further ado, today we're gonna be installing this into the Mazda 3 and hoping that it works out. I mean, just looking at the double din, the kit, it should fit, and I'm quite excited. So let's just quickly unbox this and I'll show you guys what's up. This thing is lightweight and it feels really cheap. You got buttons here, you get back, you get mute and power, forward. You have the IR scanner for the thing. There's also Bluetooth, so there's a built-in microphone. Your radio button with a push. You got an SD card slot for multimedia and a USB to plug in. Now if we look at the back, there's a limited selection in the back. You have obviously your harnesses with a fuse. You have your sub. You have camera in and then video out 1 and 2. So I'm sure you can do like PS2. There's even a GPS port and your antenna port for the radio. This is what we're looking at, 60 bucks. This is what 60 bucks buys you. Since I'm gonna be keeping the winter beater, I also wanted to keep this somewhat a budget project. And right now, the reason why I'm doing this, if you guys remember my red Mazda Speed 3, it came with auxiliary, and I'm pretty sure it was only the post facelift, so the 07s, 09s that had an auxiliary port in here. Now, you can do a Bluetooth kit with these, but I wanna keep it, you know, cool, and I wanna have some Bluetooth action and some other things going on. So we're gonna be tearing this old deck out and we're going to be putting in the new one, which we will start by removing this one so we have this out our way. So without further ado, let's actually get started straight into this. So go ahead, pull this down. You guys are going to want to go hit there, hit there, hit there, and then pop that out and we can leave that up here. Now, one thing that you know we'll have to do is, since you're getting rid of that dash kit, you guys are gonna have to get rid of the screen. Now, there are ways to keep the screen with aftermarket radios. I'm not gonna be showing you guys how to do that. It's really technical and I do not wanna bother, but since we have that out, now we're gonna face 2 screws. Once you guys have removed those screws, you can literally take the top of this and just give it a good yank, and out comes the whole system. So this radio is connected to this. You guys might be able to, you know, cut and paste this onto here somehow, but like I said, we're not going to bother with this screen. So I'm going to go ahead, pop the antenna out, this big old clip, give it a pull, and this big hunk of heavy poopy is out. So comparison, I can literally pick this up with probably my pinky, and this thing is like, I could curl that. But size comparison, obviously it's smaller, but this is a full-on touchscreen. So the first step we want to take is the wiring, and as you guys can see here, I have a Metra wiring harness for my year and model. Go to crutchfield.com, they will help you out. You guys can put in your vehicle information and it's awesome. They send you like a manual when you buy stuff. It's crazy, it's really cool. And then I also have the wiring harness from the new radio now. I'll probably read through that. So if you guys buy this, you can read through that. I might have to read through it, but we're gonna go ahead and start connecting these wires. So what you're gonna need is a bunch of shrink wrap, a set of these, and we're gonna be doing this the easy way. Obviously you should solder these, connect them perfectly, but if you guys don't really have the tools to solder or don't know how to solder, this method will work quite as well. So we have these two from the radio. The cable's already cut, so you can just pull these off, and if you don't need any, you can keep that on. So I'm assuming that both of these connect into this main harness. So you guys are gonna want to color code, okay? So as you guys can see, there's two different whites. There's a white with a black strip, and there's a full white. Now if we look in here, there's no white in this one, but there is two whites on this one, so in that sense you would connect the black and white strip to the black and white strip, the white strip to the white. Let's go ahead and I'll kind of show you guys what we're gonna do. So we're gonna take the full white strip. I'm gonna strip these down a bit more because the method that we're doing requires quite a bit of string. And then we're gonna take the full white string and you guys are gonna take it like a cross, take both ends and twist them. Twisting these and try to make sure they don't fray, but keep twisting them together. And once one side is kind of done twisting, then just take the major side and twist it around. And you guys will pretty much have a ball of wire. And if you give it a decent pull, it shouldn't pull out. And now that you guys have done that, shrink wrap, bring it over, take your heat gun, and that's what it will look like in the end. And like I said, if you give it a decent pull, they shouldn't pull apart, which is what you guys want if you guys are doing it this way. And here we have the wiring harness fully completed. Zap strap this together, and I'm gonna zap strap this together. So out of the new radio's harness, only 3 are not connected. So just so you guys know, you will need a wheel control interface module. So you will not retain your steering wheel controls unless you buy a module. This is for the Mazda 3. I'm like, you guys just see what I'm doing here? I'm literally just forcing this thing in. I don't think this is gonna look pretty, to be honest. But in all honesty, this might be temporary because this will not fit in this without what I'm doing right now. How this is fitted in right now, because this won't fit around this. What if I heat it up? Oh, she's melted, dude. I just melted her into place. I also melted the screen. Probably start a fire. This isn't going on. I might need this for another time. So now that she's in there, it's literally not gonna go anywhere, so I'm not even gonna bother bolting it. These plug in the way that these clips are designed. They're really, really stiff too, but make sure to put your antenna in. That's what's gonna look like. Actually, you know what? It's so dark in here, you really don't even notice like the bad parts around this, but that kind of looks okay. It's big, it's kind of cool, but the real test, let's see what she's like. Go ahead and take this off. So it starts off with forward because I designed it that way. I have no idea. Oh, I guess this displays when it's like off. There we go. So the display is actually not that bad. It's nice and big, right? Of course I melted it. So I'm gonna press the power and menu button, and here you guys have it. It brings you straight to the radio. So I have the antenna plugged in. So the volume button. So in general, how do the buttons feel? They're clicky. You guys can hear it. You have an auxiliary port right here. You have the USB for the D-Play, Apple CarPlay, and MirrorLink. But I will show you guys one thing, because this actually does not work with iPhone like it displayed. So I'm gonna try and get a refund, and I might actually be able to get this for free, which will be kind of funny. If I plug my iPhone in, and even when I unlock it, you guys can see it sits on connecting because it can't connect. Apple phones do not work. I'm sure it works on Android, but I'm not gonna bother. So unfortunately, I have to stick to auxiliary and Bluetooth. But I will tell you guys, the sound is actually quite good. So let's go ahead and go to home and see what we have here. So we have the radio, music, if you guys wanna watch movies, photos, folder. This is all stuff like if you have SD, card. You have your steering wheel control panel. This does not apply to me, unfortunately, but I noticed that when you go, if I have the audio up, I go to home, it turns off and it mutes it, and it won't play until you go back. Phone link, again, that doesn't work for me. Settings, AV in, I assume this is like for if you want to do screens and stuff. Bluetooth, again, we'll connect to Bluetooth because it actually works. As you guys can see, my name is right there and Bluetooth does function. I haven't tried calling, I haven't tried the microphone, but I assume it does work as it should. I'm gonna pull out some tunes for you guys, and it kind of slaps, to be honest. It sounds good. It sounds, I think there's a built-in amp. It says 60 watts to all 4 speakers, which is obviously more than the stock radio makes. This sounds really, really good, even on the radio. I'm actually quite impressed at the sound that this thing puts out. So we'll go to settings. We'll see what's in settings here. There's audio. So we check out the audio, and it looks like we got some settings here where you can slide up the bass. Oh yeah, beep. Turn the beep on. Oh, and they have different kind of faders here, and then you can change it left and right, blah blah blah. So this is kind of cool. They have a tuner where you can change your setting. They also have language. Again, you can change your startup logo. So I have it as Ford because I'm technically driving a Ford. They have factory data reset, software update. They have display, where you can change the brightness. Unfortunately, they don't have like a dimmer. You can go LED backlight, which is these lights, calibration, and your background set. This seems to change. This one was cool, I believe. Steering wheel controls, again, you can go through the settings. Your radio area, so Europe, it's 2020. This was made in 2018. There's a 2018 there. And that looks like it's all for your setting. Other than that, I would test out all the other functionalities, but I'm not going to bother because I don't have anything to test them out with. But that's the radio for you guys. Like I said, it sounds great. And if you guys are looking for a cheap, non-looking good, hard to install into your dash kit radio that doesn't work with an iPhone but might work with an Android for $60, this is where you go. And like I said, I'm personally impressed that the sound that comes out of this thing it's quite good, must I say. And it looks all right in the dash, how I managed to get it in, and that's all I got for you guys, I guess you would say. Just a little test out to see how the $60 Amazon radio or the Wish radio works. And if you guys need something easy to install, this is not for you. If you guys just know how to bunk things together, this is for you. And don't expect much out of this. Would I prefer to buy this? Okay, for 60 bucks, I'm quite impressed, to be honest, with a double dip. I'm sure the video works out great and all that stuff, but it's not bad for 60 bucks off of Wish. Like, normally Wish stuff's really bad, but this turned out okay, so I'm fine with it. But like I said, the buttons feel cheaper, but everything works accordingly. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video and comment down below what you guys think about today's install. If you guys have any questions, for sure, let me know because I'll be sure to answer them. Other than that, keep it real, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.